Hello, my name's Erica. I'm here to tell you a few things that I found on your system, on your network that need to be fixed. Starting off with a diagram, you've got of your network, you've got the router, your firewall, web server, production server, and your Kali Linux. The first exploit that I did was on the web server. Port 139 is primarily used by the server messenger message block protocol for sharing in Windows networks. It's a critical point of vulnerability if it's not properly secured. It facilitates network communication so that computers can share files, printers, and serial ports. So I was able to exploit that, and you can see who am I? I got into root, which is the base. The next one I did on the web server was the Java RMI port, port 1099. And 1099 is a default registry used by Java RMI. When server application wants to make its objects available for remote access, it registers them with the RMI registry. Exposing the 1099 port to the internet can pose a security risk because attackers can gain access to your system. The next port was 1524. This is a very easy thing to exploit. It's commonly used as a backdoor. It's not widely used, but it can be considered a potential security risk due to its potential for misuse. And I do have recommendations. It was created in 1998, so it is a bit dated, but I would definitely, there are recommendations at the end of the video for that. The next one I did, moving on to the production server exploits, the next one is the Unreal IRCD, which is port 667. This refers to an open source software program that acts as an internet relay chat. It's essentially a server that allows users to communicate with each other in real time through text messages. This version has a Trojan horse, and which allows remote attackers to execute commands. So this is really important to take care of, and I was able to exploit that. And then VSFTPD, port 21, is a free open source FTP server that allows transfers of files between a client and the server. It is considered to be secure, but older versions had vulnerabilities, and this is an older version. Backdoor was created in June of 2011. So this module exploits a malicious backdoor. So that there are recommendations at the end for that. And PostGRE SQL allows database applications running on this to read and write data from the databases. This I didn't get into root, but there's frequently you don't go all the way to root in this, but it is something that's definitely exploitable, and I did exploit it. So once I was in the system, I did create a backdoor to VSFTPD by using user add command. So I added myself as a user so that if my exploits were found and fixed, I could still get in. And so I chose the password Aragon the username Aragon and password AON. And then the screen on your right here, you can see that I was able to get into the system. And that was on the production server. While I was in there, I did look around and find some things. I did find this file in the MSF admin, which is someone put the combinations to their safe in a text file. So that's there. Another thing that I found while I was in there was a file that had the private keys for users, and I put 3 of them here. These are their private keys. There are looks like 8. So this kind of shows you what can happen if somebody can get into your system. They can really access just about everything. Using my access to the root server, I downloaded the password and shadow files to the desktop, and then used Kali to access John the Ripper to get the password file for the production server. And I got these users and their passwords. So all the exploits that I've shown you need to be patched. There are vulnerabilities that will leave your system open to multiple attacks and allow attackers to create backdoors to be able to access all of the data on your system, including passwords. I would recommend closing port 139, 150, 1524, and port 1099, or protecting them with firewalls. They're extremely vulnerable and should be protected if they are left open. There are patches available for the issues on ports 21667 and 5432. I would recommend patching them or protecting them with firewalls, basically for all of these. A lot of these are just kind of older systems that need to be updated and they need some attention. Well, thank you very much.